there was this guy, and real close friend of mine. He said he was like, all he did he was talk to people, drink and use and talk to people. That's all he did every day, and he couldn't figure out. He wanted to. He couldn't stop drinking. Every day he didn't want to do it, and he would tell us everybody, and we couldn't figure out why. People told him to go to AA. That there's meetings where people talk. Meet up, and he said, he'd already been talking to everybody for 16 years. He didn't know talking wasn't going to help him. It wasn't going to change anything because he was already doing the talking. In fact, all he did was sit around and talk about things that he never ended up even doing. He just talked. And so he knew that wasn't the solution, and if it was, he'd already been doing it, and it didn't work. So, and why would he go to a meeting, an AA meeting, where there's just more people that are just talking? So anyways, people convinced him to do it. He went to a meeting one time, and when he got there, sat down, all these people were talking, and the steps were on the wall, and then he said, when he looked at the steps, he noticed the difference. It said, made a list. And when he's sitting down, it's like everybody was talking. He was asking himself why everybody was only talking. Nobody was writing. There's no pens or papers out or anything. People were just sitting down in chairs, one at a time, talking. And he was wondering why they're not writing, because they're on the wall, the directions for the group, the steps, were all about writing. So, and that's why it worked for him. Because when he got home, he had already been talking. And when he came to AA, he saw that the only way it was going to work for him is to actually write. And he was so grateful that the program was a writing program, and that that was going to be something he had never learned. And then not only was it not talking because it was writing, but there's even an organized, laid out format for the writing that led the guy down a path for how to get his thoughts on paper. So so he was ecstatic about it, and he went home and it really helped him that day. So the steps are written; they're not talked. And we've been talking before we came to the program. That's the difference, is that the program is written, and that's why it is different and it could work.